action of not buying animals is a huge thing because not only are the animals being abused, but also the wildlife. If animals are not in the wildlife, that could change the ecosystem. When the movie came out on Tiger King, I never really paid it no mind, even though it was on the top 10. But my friend actually told me what it was about, and then I decided to give it a try. It was a mini-series, so when I finished it, I was really shocked on how that show made me research on my own if those tigers are still being used to be shown to people. Now that Tiger King is in jail for a different reason, but he still should not have been able to use those animals to be shown as in a zoo. I also do not support zoos because of that same reason. They are being captivated when they should be out in the wildlife. Now I'm sure everyone has went to a zoo when they were little. Even I went to a school field trip when I was in kindergarten. I really thought it was really cool. But now that I'm much older and see how those animals are treated, it makes me feel really bad. And what can I do to stop that from happening? I'm not here to make anyone do something they do not see the purpose on doing. But after my speech, I hope you'll agree with me that something needs to be done. And the easiest way and most effective thing is by signing petitions or stop going to a local zoo. Some people may wonder why having exotic animals is not a big deal, but it actually is. One way is because you can't provide the right home for them. Wild animals have a complex behavioral, social, nutritional, and psychological need. Most people cannot meet the needs of wild animals that are kept as pets. Wild animals need to be with members of their own species. Apes, monkeys are a special concern. Apes including chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, and gibbons are intelligent, sensitive, and highly social animals. These attributes make apes popular as performers in commercial entertainment, advertising programs, and sometimes pets. Wild animals can carry diseases dangerous or fatal to humans. Diseases include rabies, distemper, herpes, viruses, salmonella, polio, tuberculosis, and bubonic plague. Wild animals also cannot carry or harbor parasites such as intestinal worms and protozoa. It also can be illegal. Many states, counties, and other cities prohibit to have an exotic animal as a pet. What if an exotic pet were to be released in your backyard? In some cases, exotic pets could be released by their owners. We could only imagine that this is a desperate attempt to get rid by the owners of any responsibility for the animal while maintaining the delusion that they'll be better off in the wild. The only problem is that the wild typically means a residential neighborhood or city in the US. Many of these animals starve to death. Others are unable to compete with the harsh outcomes that they are not used to and wind up being hit by cars or killed by other native species. Occasionally, these exotic pets survive the release and begin to establish themselves. They then become known as invasive species. Animals are being also sold as a pet trade. Every year, a variety of sources provide with millions of animals to the exotic pet trade. Animals are captured from their native habitats and transported to various countries to be sold as pets. Others are surplus animals from zoos or for their offspring. The sellers of these animals, however, do not mention of the state or local laws regulating private possession of exotics, of the dangers, difficulties, physical and psychological needs of the animals that they need. The suffering of the animals in the hands of unqualified and happyless buyers appears to be of no concern in this exotic pet trade. If you think buying animals should not be allowed, please take action and help these animals to not being brought somewhere they should not be. They should be in the wildlife where they have been many years ago. If you would like to help now, please go on https www.zoocheck.com/help exotics. Thank you.